Hello, hello. We are getting ready to get our reading done for water signs. I'm excited. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to do this reading today for Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And as always, I like to do a bit of a pre-shuffle before I get into the full reading. And I got a really dope message for you guys before I even got started. The message I got was, you have so much to be thankful for. You have so much that you're happy about right now. And it kind of feels like, you know, your dreams and your wishes of success for you are starting to like pan out. Everything's starting to come together the way that you intended for it to be. Having that satisfaction, you know, that joy. And it's almost as if I'm seeing you pulling from a higher source of faith that kind of reminds you that even when things don't look right here on the physical plane, there is always something to be thankful for. Here in the Three of Cups energy, we kind of see this trio, like this soul tribe of people kind of looking up towards the stars. Here in the Hierophant, we have the God here who's kind of just looking up at the stars, who's looking up at a higher source of power. Even in the Nine of Cups energy here, you have that same type of energy. And I see that in all of these cards. So much joy, so much peace and tranquility, and reassurance that those things that you are working towards are coming into fruition for you. And also knowing that deep within you, there is a higher power that you can always get in contact with when things don't always make a lot of sense. But they always will. Okay. So that's kind of like my collective message that I got for you, water signs. And I'm about to get into the individual reading. But yeah, I just see a lot of joy, a lot of happiness, a lot of success that's ahead for you in the future. And I can't wait to see what that looks like. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to go ahead and start with Cancer. Get a message for Cancer. And let's see what kind of message we have for you. Cancer Sun. Ooh, not the whole deck, Lord. Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Let's start off with what we have here. Spirit is like tugging. Justice. Coming into balance. You may have been knocked off your square for the past couple of months. May not been feeling like yourself. It's all coming together. You will seek justice in, you know, your situation that has kind of kept you off kilter. And it's almost like you've had to deal with the balance within yourself, realizing your light and your shadow aspects. Like a tug of war of such, like with your own spiritual abilities to comprehend who it is that, you know, you want to be and what that looks like for you. So if things don't fully make sense, or if they hadn't made sense, they're about to start making sense. Everything is about to pan out for you. So you get a bit of justice with, you know, you get a bit of justice for situations that didn't quite make sense to you in the past. Okay. And yeah, so seeking some kind of wish fulfillment in your life in regards to, again, it's like you almost have to come back into balance of a situation that may have been a little out of control, okay, family wise, because there's always something ahead for something ahead, like in the future, that you are continuously working towards, and it's going to start working out for you. The biggest thing here is staying focused on how to build that legacy, those things that you want, that what does it look like when, things start to come together for you, you understand? So, this is someone who's been working towards sustaining a family life, and that could have definitely well been like the issue with that had kind of had you out of balance. Maybe some situations that have, personally affected you in your own personal relationship. Relationships, of course, dealing with family are a huge thing, and you kind of seeking some, recompense or whatever for those situations. It's all coming together as we see here in the near future. Let's see what else comes out for you, Cancer. Other messages. This is funny. Cancers, I want you to, as you kind of come into balance, seeking balance within yourself, don't be afraid to let go. Don't feel like you have to hold on too tight to things that don't really make sense to you. Be willing to share your time, share your resources, share your knowledge with people, because you'll come into some energy where some people may be looking to you for advice, and you have to be willing to share that information with them. I can definitely sense that, feeling like there's not enough to go around. Maybe you feel like you're being shorthanded in some area of your life. Don't feel that way. Understand that everything kind of works out in its own way, and be willing to share your information. It's not like there's enough to go around. That's what Spirit automatically said. There is enough to go around for you and everybody else in your circle, outside of your circle. There's plenty for everyone. So don't be stingy with your time or your information. You may need to, share some money, share some wealth. And sometimes, Pentacles energy isn't always necessarily about physical money, but again, sharing your knowledge, sharing your time, all of this stuff is considered, sharing wealth. So you may want to consider that as well. And then I picked up this, King of Swords energy for you as well. So this kind of tells me too that, in everything is kind of tying together with this energy of maybe just not being too sure of how to communicate with people. Maybe you're not communicating with yourself. Those things that you really want to call in for you. Being too stern or overlooking signs as they come in that lead you towards your destiny. Don't be afraid to walk full speed ahead to it. All right. And let's see what else we have here for you, Cancer. What other messages do we have for Cancer? High Priestess, this is my Pisces card. I really like this energy though, because in the midst of you trying to figure out like it's like seeking balance again with life, with family, with your I really strongly feel that you spending time recognizing your self-worth, okay, is what leads you to spend more of your time and energy with those people who truly acknowledge you, who truly see you for who you are. And when you start to do that, you'll start to realize you can start letting go of some of this information that is easily accessible to all of us, right? And then your family life. I see you wanting that family, the balance within your love life. And it's all there. Okay, justice brings balance, and it brings balance to your family life. Balance is coming in for your money, your time. Those things are coming together for you, and then there's also balance of the mind and what that looks like for you. What is stability look like for you? And by spending time in meditation and deep thought, spending time with your with God energy, source, the universe, allows you to realize that you're not alone when you're in deep thought about how these situations can come together for you. It'll all make sense. It'll all make sense. It always will. All right. And let's see what other messages we have for you. Yep. Whew. Ooh, really? So, okay, this is interesting. So this is Tower moments. So in tarot, this is kind of like the dun dun dun, type of card. You don't ever want to pull this card because it means the ending of something. Chaos. I really, because if you look at when I'm looking at all the situations kind of painting together here for you, it almost tells me that you haven't had a sense of joy based on, based on you being unbalanced in your personal life, being unbalanced in your spirit, and which brings about a tower moment for you. You've got to spend some time in meditation, spending time by yourself, getting to know yourself, calling on that higher power, a God source energy that you can so easily rely on when things kind of feel out of whack for you. Because by not doing so causes you to have a moment where everything just fucking falls apart, right? Everything just comes tumbling down on top of you, and now what are you stuck with? Sort of in a space of having to start over again. So Cancer, if you feel as if everything around you is kind of tumbling and just doesn't make sense, you've got to be the one to get it together. This is your call. This is your call, because when you do, that's when the joy and the excitement starts to come back into your life, whether it's with yourself or a loved one, someone that you've been spending close amount of time with, someone you share a lot of energy with, spending time making sure that you are where you need to be personally, spiritually, allows that love that you've been looking for to come rushing right in. Okay, so if this is this could also deal with someone who's been deeply on your mind. Cancer rules the moon. And a lot of the time, well, we just had a new moon phase. And so this could, have a lot to do with new things that you're wanting to manifest right now for yourself. So if that involves, time, energy, and resources, your money specifically, new love, you got to get rid of some shit. And if you don't get rid of it, the universe will find a way to make sure that all of that stuff comes tumbling down. All right. So spend time figuring out what it is that you truly want, what is so necessary for you right now. Okay. Don't be, don't worry so much about how things look right now. Be worried, but don't worry so much about the outcome if it doesn't, completely make too much sense right now. The universe is working to make sure that everything works out the way that it needs to for you. So don't rush to, try to find answers to certain circumstances. Again, everything is going to start making sense because the universe is coming right in to bring all that crap down. But there's definitely a good outcome with all of this. So be ready for it, Cancer. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and do Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Scorpio. All right, what messages do we have for Scorpio? Ooh, the Chariot. I like that. Let's see, explain the Chariot first, Spirit. Explain the Chariot. Why not? I guess you need all of this because we're creating a story. I like this. And this is actually your card, Scorpio, the Death card. Death, not as in physical death, but like deep spiritual transformation, which is on the way for you, Scorpio. But you are at a crossroads where you have to make a serious decision, Scorpio. You have to recognize what works for you and what doesn't. This is like your higher self dealing with your earthly self, and wondering what it is that you have to kind of figure out for yourself. And everything starts to pan out the way that it needs to. Okay, so this is definitely that type of energy, finding the strength to recognize that even though things aren't always in, I won't say things aren't always into balance, but I definitely can sense the energy of you at a crossroads, trying to recognize what it is that works for you and what doesn't. This is still beautiful energy though, because I just see a lot of alone time being spent so that you can recognize that strength that lies deep within you. Recognizing again who you are and shining bright like the night, on like a journey. You may have to remove yourself from certain situations. You may need to travel. You may need to get out of your comfort zone, so to speak, so that you can recognize the magic that you have that resides inside of you. You are the magician. And at this point in time, you're about to come up on a deep and powerful transformation in your life, Scorpio. Scorpio represents, in its evolved state, the phoenix. Is that what you're working towards? It kind of looks like it is. You don't have to stay stagnant in, any type of energy that you may feel doesn't really work for you in a sense. You know what I'm saying? This is a perfect time right now with this new moon phase. If you are into working on some manifestation power, work your magic. I mean, honestly, you don't have to work your magic just during new moon or any other moon phase. You can do it whenever your spirit says it's time to, do some juju. Whenever your spirit feels led to, work on your own personal magic, that's when you get down and do what it is that you need to do. All right, let's see what other messages we have for you. Again, so in the beginning of my pre-shuffle, the one thing that I kept feeling was love and family and bliss and finding balance. And I just keep finding that these cards just keep. It's almost like you have to. Okay. So it's like you have to. It's like you're in your infancy stage. When you go through a rebirth, when you go through a transformation, you kind of start at an infancy stage within this new transformation. And as you are kind of in this phase, you have there's building blocks. There's certain things that you may come into contact with that, brings you to your higher self. And in order for that to happen, you have to kind of experience some things. There is an end goal, but you can't reach that end goal until you've dealt with, the smaller parts of yourself. You may be in search of love of some sort, and it's coming, but you have to work on, there's certain things that you have to do to work up to, the love that you're looking for. And a lot of times it's just recognizing who you are and spending that time with yourself and loving on yourself so that, the answers can be made, more clear for you. Okay. So yes, that's like the gist of what I'm getting tonight for you is, you know, you're at a crossroads so that you can recognize the strength that lies within you. A lot of the times you may need to separate yourself from friends and family, go on a brief journey outside of your comfort zone, outside of where you live. Recognize the magic that lies within you. You may need to cultivate that. Come back, and you're going through this journey of deep introspection and transformation, and it may feel like you're starting over, but you're just starting anew. You get it? It's not that you're necessarily starting over with anything, but you're just starting anew. Be open to that, okay? Because it's all going to make things, it's all working out for your good, for your betterment. Don't be afraid of that, all right? All right, Scorpio. And now, Pisces. So it's not that Pisces comes last. Somebody asked me the question, why does Pisces always come last? Pisces doesn't necessarily come last. Pisces completes the natal wheel, though. After, literally, Pisces is the 12th sign. Pisces encompasses all of the signs. So that's just how I like to do my readings. There's no shade to Pisces at all, but Pisces is the completion. If you notice the fish, the 360 wheel of the fish, of life, the circle of life. So that's just how I like to do the readings. When I do water signs or any of the signs, I kind of do them in the order of, like the month or the time of when they kind of appear. So it's Cancer season, comes before Scorpio season, and then Pisces season, of course, is like the end of the winter solstice before we get into the springtime. All right? So, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Jupiter and Scorpio. No, Jupiter and Saturn, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and get into Pisces. Okay, the world. Pisces, I definitely see you. It's like you're working really hard on something. And it's all going to you may even have to go back to the drawing board. Spend some time studying, spend some time getting to know yourself again, the things that you like, things you may not like. I really like this Eight of Pentacles because you see like these moon phases and things that are kind of happening in the background, but she's very focused on a goal, and it's almost like she's manifesting during the different phases, so that whatever it is that she's working towards, it will become manifest in the perfect timing. So spend time, Pisces, you may be spending a lot of time studying, getting to know yourself on a more intimate level. Spending time recognizing your self-worth, reaching out to your circle, your tribe, the people that you truly rely on and trust when it's most necessary, so that you can, bounce an idea of some sort off from them. But initially, I want you to recognize that the source that you need to rely the most on, Pisces, is yourself. Okay, so, the the world has the answers for you. And everything that you're kind of standing, in need of, everything that you're kind of searching for, you have the answers already. You're fully supported. Let's see what else we have for you, Pisces. Everything wants to come out for y'all, like just the whole deck. I ain't got time to go through the whole deck tonight. Ooh, leaving situations behind, moving on. Because you are in a space of wanting that new partnership, that new love, Pisces. And it's on the way for you, but you've got to walk away from something. Continue to look forward, to recognize that what it is that you're wanting, the things that you're manifesting, causes you to completely walk away. And there's nothing to look back on because you've dealt with that shit already. You've dealt with that already. You've learned the lessons that you needed to, and it's time to move on. Why? Because your wish fulfillment is on the way. That love and that admiration that you seek is definitely in it. It's definitely being built. It's definitely being cultivated. There's, again, you have to take the necessary steps in order for it to fully blossom. Do not rush love. Do not rush any type of situation. Don't even rush a business. You know, if there's some new adventurous business idea that you're working on, again, spend time studying, getting to know what it is that you're wanting to manifest. Do not rush any of these situations. Don't rush any of them, okay? Let's see what else we have for you. Ooh, I like this. By not, I really like these major arcana cards. Well, Ace of Wands is not a major arcana, but the Sun is. And so I really like these messages in regards to Pisces. You are the most intuitive water sign, I feel. I feel like Pisces is one of the most intuitive water signs. And you guys are just, you're phenomenal when it comes to like really doing this manifestation work. And because these new adventures, when it comes to a new love situation that's on the way for you, I definitely see you, really embracing this new journey when it comes to, the new romance. It's something to really be joyous about. It's going to work in your favor. But again, you've got to spend that time, recognizing what it is that recognizing your self-worth. Recognize what it is that you're working towards. And when you start walking away from it, do not look back. Keep moving forward, okay, to your transformation. Keep and recognize that, the things that you really dream about, the things that you really want, the things that you can't get out of your head, that you spend time and time again daydreaming about, it's going to happen for you in its, most divine time. It definitely is. But keep working on your magic to manifest those things that you truly want, because they're going to happen. Rest assured, they're definitely going to happen. All right. So that is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Let's go ahead and get some oracle messages for you guys. Put that down. I like this deck. All right. Let's get some moon messages for my water people, my water folks. Moon messages. So just said stop right there. Ooh, see, we've been talking about this all evening. Step out of your comfort zone. Be willing to take on new tasks. You have got to make some moves. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I literally said this in the Scorpio reading. You literally having to walk away from something. I just said this in the Pisces reading. So you definitely have to remove yourself from a situation that feels familiar so that the answers can become clear to you about these new adventures that you're wanting to take. So be willing to move out of your way, all right, and let the universe make a way for you. A time for healing. This may be a time for you to really focus on your healing, spending an adequate amount of time with yourself so that you can get the type of love and healing that you need. Nothing yet is set in stone, but it will be, because why? A new start is coming for you, okay? A new start is coming for you. So use this time wisely to get your things in order, because the things that you want you too, all right? And let's close out with one. I really like these oracle messages as well. So it's funny because I talked about this yesterday. Get some rest. And you being a water, a fluid sign, you may get a lot of messages in your dream state. So you may get answers to like some burning questions that you may have. Spirit tends to come to us at our most vulnerable states. So when you're sleeping, enjoy your rest and practice it more. Get more of it as much as possible. Do not spend too much time, focused and worried on, too many things that you can't really find the answers to right now. Again, respecting your time and your energy and your money. To travel further on my path of personal growth, I call on my spiritual running buddies for help. I'm feeling very strongly for Cancer energy, Cancer signs, really focusing on those people or that tribe that you can truly rely on and leaning on them when most necessary. Peace is my pulse, all right? Find peace in everything, and be willing to let go of those things that do not serve you. Your time, your energy, people, places, cats, dogs, birds. I say that all the time, and I absolutely mean it. All right, so that is your reading for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I just see a lot of happiness. I see you guys truly in tune with yourself. Working on those things that you want to be made manifest in your life. But it's definitely happening for you because this is a very joyous time for you right now, and in the weeks to come. So do not be worried about anything. It's all going to work out. I promise you. All right. So again, I am the Self-Love Queen. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please, you can definitely follow me on YouTube. This video will be there. Like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'd appreciate it. You can find me at self_love_KWEEN. Hi guys, thank you so much for joining. And I'm about to go. I hate that I have to leave. But this video will still be here on my Instagram page for replay. It will also be uploaded to my YouTube page. So I look forward to connecting with you all soon. All right, peace and love.